Welcome to my author's log. My name is Beatrice Ajayi, and this is my YouTube channel that I want to use for logging my process in book writing. Today's date is the 13th of November. It's a Thursday, and I am sitting in my studio. I'm an artist as well by trade, and I wanted to share this channel to log my writing. I am making this channel for me, and I wanted a place to be able to log it and possibly get feedback into my process of what I'm doing and to help me progress in this challenge of writing my books. I, like many others, have ideas for books. I actually have a couple of books I've written already, and there's one particular one that has been a challenge to me. I've written the first book, and what I want to do is be able to write the second and third in the trilogy. The first book I have, and I will tell the story on this channel. It will come up. I will tell the story of that. I will tell the process I went through, and I will share that book with you guys here on my channel. But the main thing and the main reason I want to do this channel is to log my progress and my process, and then also to help push me into creating the next couple of books. This book originally, when I started writing it, my idea was just for one book. But as I wrote the first book, I found that the characters needed more fleshing out. There needed to be more to the story than what I'd already created. And so with that in mind, towards the end of the book, I leave it in a way that I can add more to it. And that's what happens. And that's why I'm able to have the next couple of books lined up with their titles at this moment in time. I'm hoping I will not change them. You never know what can happen, seeing as they haven't been finalized. But yeah, I wanted the space to be able to log my process and to actually have somewhere that I can engage with people if they want to engage, and to share what they think. But the main thing for me as well is that there are so many people who love to write, and there are so many people who want to write, and there's things that become barriers in their way that stop them from actually achieving it. And I am one of those people. I mean, I have delayed finishing off this trilogy for so long. I started this idea when I was still in secondary school, and that is many, many, many years ago. And I want to be able to finalize it. And I am someone that when I have a barrier straight in front of me, I have to offset it with some creativity. I have to do something that will help me to fully engage in fulfilling that project, in completing that objective, that vision. So I have been for a while been very aware that I wanted to progress in that way on this channel. And I've had this channel for a while now. If you look back, you'll see the first two videos that I posted here some time ago. But I want to push into that, and I want to just go head on straight into that conversation of book writing. So that's why I'm here now. And the style of how I want to progress with these videos is kind of like as if it's an interview. I think that's the way that I can do this, is to ask myself questions and then have to answer those questions. And that is where it's going to be a creative thing for me, because I'm going to have to think of the questions I'll ask myself, and then that will prompt how I go about answering them. I feel like whenever, I mean, if it's like you as well, you know, when you watch that movie and you feel like you can tell where the story is going, you can tell what the characters are about, you can sort of suss out how the movie's going to go, and then it kind of follows that trail. So there's some of us, I feel, in society who are those kind of creatives who we can tell, you know, how the movie's going to go. We can tell what the characters are going to be about. Or if you're watching that music show, I mean, I love singing as well, and you can tell who's going to be the winner in that actual music show, because you can see the characters of the people, you can see their strengths, their weaknesses, you can see their determination, And then when they win at the end, or they come down to that final two, and you are in there because you knew, I feel like that's where I'm going to put myself right now, is that whenever I watch movies, whenever I watch films, whenever I read books, I love to be surprised, because there are times when you can tell how a story is going to go, and you have that interest and that skill in doing that. So I want to see for myself if I can tell stories that can surprise people, that can be fresh. Yes, there'll be similarities to things we've seen before, but I want to tell it slightly differently. And I want to have that space to be able to engage in that process and fully commit to where I want to take my stories. So the first book, I will be going through the prologues, the chapters, how I got the idea for this book. And so basically, we will be sharing my book here on this channel. We will be investigating it, we'll be looking at it. I will get critique if it's available, and I am fine with that. I am open to doing that. So let's see where this goes. I don't mind sharing it with you guys, and I hope you guys don't mind sharing your thoughts as well. Keeping it civil, but I am an open book, pun intended, and that's what we're going to be looking at here. So I will see how I work this out. Documentary style, I don't know. I'm just throwing everything to the wind at the moment. So let's see how it goes. It's going to be a fun project. I have ideas of what I want to do with it. And as I said, this is a selfish move for me personally, so that I can log my progress as I commit to finishing my trilogy. And what is my trilogy? It's called The Scarecrow Murders, and this is where you're going to find out about it. So my next video will expand on what this whole thing is about, how this idea started, and yeah, welcome to this page, the first page in this channel. I'll see you guys next time.